Hello and welcome everybody to another Modern Horizons 3 draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number 138. We had a really sweet Golgari kind of value-based deck in the last draft video. I think drafting black is probably the key to success early on while everybody fights for the Eldrazi. So I think that's going to kind of be my plan, as long as it's open, of course. But you know what? Let's get into the double digits after this draft. Now, before we hop into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities, Final Fantasy, or Spider-Man, or you wanted some singles for your Standard, Modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to HeavyPlay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you need top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, and dice boxes, all with special magnetic technology that allows all of the products to kind of snap into place, check out HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. They're also at basically every Magic the Gathering convention, so swing by the booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. All right, here we go. Emerald Medallion, it's not where I want to be. Wither and Bloom and Breathe Your Last and Sneaky Snacker. Ooh, now you're talking my language. All these uncommons kind of stink. Mustard of the Departed can be okay. These rares are unplayable. Quest for the Necropolis is also kind of slow. Mandibular Kite, if you are an aggro gamer, this can be nice. I'm not going to first pick it, though. It's really going to be one of these black removal spells to keep ourselves most open. I'm going to take the Wither and Bloom. I like Breathe Your Last, but this is just so efficient. But at some point, like if I get too many of these, I'll take the other one, right? That's kind of where I'm at here. Here, there's an Eldrazi Repurposer and a Wormcoil Larva as the decent options. There's also Dog Umbra, which is a decent interactive spell as well. But after Wither and Bloom, let's just take Wormcoil Larva here. And plant our flag as the black drafter. Blue-black, green-black. Hey, if red-black artifacts is open, we can move in that direction as well. Even white-black can be fine. All right, pack 1, pick 3. What do we have? There's Dog Umbra, Thraben Charm, Annoyed Altasaur is a decent value card. Not a big fan of Copy Crook. It's just like a hard to cast clone. I suppose I can take this. Like I can, this is fine and even just like a Golgari deck, I think. Just as a top end card. So I think I'll take that over some of these like commons. But if it's not open, I am very eager to move off of it if that's a thing. Argent Days? No, that's not good. Evolution Witness. Hey, we just drafted a really good Golgari value deck. There's also Airy Auxiliary, which is very good. I don't like the Horrid Shadow Spinner that much, and Breaker of Creation is decent, but you have to kind of go all in on the Eldrazi deck. This is an energy card, but with 2 black cards and a green card, I don't want to take this either. So the best card straight up is the Airy Auxiliary, but then I can also take the Evolution Witness. I'm going to take the Auxiliary here. I'm just going to continue trying to take the best card that I see out of every pack and try to draft a strategy around it. Although now I'm not seeing any white cards and I'm seeing some red cards here in Unstable Amulet. If I wanted to go red-white energy, that can certainly be good. But if I wanted to go black-red artifacts, Cranial Ram can also be good. All right, let's take the Ram. Look, I'm just like looking for good signpost cards and moving in that direction. All right, there we go. That's a late Riddle Keeper. Emissary of Soulfire is also a thing, but a 6-pick Galvanic Discharge. Also, there's a Malevolent Rumble and another Cranial Ram. I do think Discharge is better than the Ram, even though I really like the Ram. So let's go ahead and take that. And I think we have found our lane at least. Black, of course, always open. People just do not respect the Accursed Marauder, and I think the card is very solid. Cranial Ram here, 8th pick. Okay, well, look. Nobody, black is almost always open, and we have now found our lane. I guess Siege Smash if I want to beat down, but ideally I don't have to play that, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So, with the Cranial Rams, we want to lean into some more artifact stuff, some artifact synergies if those are available. Maybe we just get all the Cranial Rams. And Retrofitted Transmogrant, certainly a good card in this deck. A black often has some sacrifice sub-themes. You know, obviously sacking it to the Accursed Marauder is quite nice. I wonder if Infernal Captor... I mean, if there's a deck where this card's good, it's probably Infernal Captor. Or if there's a deck where Infernal Captor is good, it's probably Rakdos Artifacts. But I'm going to want more than just Accursed Marauder to make this work. This is, I think, mostly a trap, Imskir Iron Eater, so I'm not even going to take it. It's just, they got the rates really, really wrong on this card. That's all I'm going to say. Here we have Legion Leadership as a trick, Pinnacle Monk as a card, but I might just take Breathe Your Last. Yeah, always like good rock-solid removal. What are the good ways to get card advantage in this? I guess Eviscerator's Insight wouldn't be too bad. Like, if I get Eviscerator's Insights, that's when all of a sudden the captor gets a lot better. Wait, I need to sacrifice 2 things. So first I play this, sack a thing, then I steal a thing, and then I have to find a way to sack that thing after that? I don't think I'm on board. Alright, pack 2, pick 2. What do we have in the Rakdos colors? Ondu Knotmaster is good in black-white. Sundering Eruption's okay, but I do really like Scurrilous Sentry, and there's also a Accursed Marauder. I guess this is not as good in this type of deck, but I'm just going to take a Accursed Marauder. Like, it's early, but I just think this card is really excellent. So I'm just going to keep taking them and be happy about it. Now we have Eviscerator's Insight versus Retrofitted Transmogrant. There's also Dreadmobile. This could be an interesting card in the Rakdos Artifacts deck. I haven't played with it much. It's a vehicle, though. I never like vehicle. I'm going to just take an Insight. This is like one of the ways to draw cards, and I already have 2 Transmogrants. I'm not really going to want too many more than 2 copies of this card. So let's just take the first Eviscerator's Insight here. Here we have Blood-Soaked Insight, which is a cool card, and just a mana fixer. I think that's probably what I'm going to take. There's also Spymaster's Vault. Let me read this card again. Target creature control connives X where X... You know what? I'm going to try Spymaster's Vault. Like, I have a bunch of sacrifice stuff. Like, it's really good with a Accursed Marauder, and being able to connive seems good. Oh, this is the card. This is the card. This is the payoff card for drafting the Rakdos Artifacts deck. So you will take as many refurbished familiars as you see. Here, I don't really think this is an Ironworks deck. I'll just take Skoa. I mean, look, we're like a mid-rangey control deck, and this is still just like a fine top-end card to play. Nadier's Nightblade, I guess I'll take that. I mean, like I said, we're kind of locked in here. That's a really late Wither and Bloom. Holy cow. Guess I'll take that over Lethal Throwdown. Our removal certainly looking very good. And the Imskir is still tabled. But I'm going to just take Pinnacle Monk here. Just a land that also lets me get back my removal spells. Yes, please. Here I will take Scurrilous Sentry over Sundering Eruption. Mostly, this is mostly a nod to the fact that I'm just kind of light on creatures. I do think the pick is quite close. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures, yeah. Definitely need more stuff to do early. Like, I have a bunch of removal spells, but I'd like to play more creatures. I don't know what the good creatures are, though, that are cheap. Kami of Jealous Thirst, I don't really love in Rakdos. You'll play it if you need to, but this deck doesn't really draw a whole lot of cards. So you don't really get to trigger this for free. Okay, Lelia. I'll take Lelia. That's a good one to open. Whenever it attacks, exile the top card of your library, you get value, it beats down, it's aggressive. Love to see it. Need more Cranial Rams. Are there any other good 2-drops? I'm trying to think. I just want like 6 Cranial Rams and like 6 refurbished familiars. That's really all I want to be doing in my life. I mean, with triple Transmogrant, the first Insight seems pretty good. All right, what do we have? Another Wither and Bloom. Consuming Corruption and Stump Stomp as options. This counts my number of swamps. I don't like that card so much. I'd rather play Wither and Bloom. The question is whether or not I want Wither and Bloom versus Stump Stomp. But my creatures are kind of small. And I just feel like you can never go wrong with Wither and Bloom. So we're going to take it here. I really want creature. Oh, Smelted Charge Bug. I forgot about that. That's a pick 3 Writhing Chrysalis. People gave up on it. Look, there's a Rumble, a Chrysalis. There is the Sneaky Snacker. But I'll take the Smelted Charge Bug just because we need cheap artifact creatures. This also holds a Cranial Ram very, very well. So those are the 2 drops I want. I want Smelted Charge Bugs and obviously more Cranial Rams than anything. Here we have a Molten Gatekeeper and an Etched Slith. It is an artifact. I just really dislike this card. I'm just going to take Molten Gatekeeper. I think this card's solid, and it's an artifact, and I like it in this type of deck. Here we'll take Fanged Flames, I suppose. We have so much removal. Alright, Smelted Charge Bug. What do you do? At the beginning of your first main phase, mill 3 cards, then you may pay 1 and 3 life. No thanks. I don't love the charge. Look, I need more Cranial Rams. There we go. You just have to ask for it. I have enough removal where I don't need the second Breathe Your Last. I'd much rather just have another Cranial Ram here. And now we have Lethal Throwdown for more removal or Dross Claw, which is like a really bad Cranial Ram. I guess I'll take Lethal Throwdown. I just don't know if I need it, though. Here, there's Grim Servant, which actually seems decent here. Yeah, I'll take a Grim Servant here. Sneaky Snacker on the wheel. I don't know if I'm going to play the Consuming Corruption. Okay, I just can't let somebody get all the Sneaky Snackers. It just hurts my soul. Another Scurrilous Sentry. Probably don't need to play those. Along with the Dream Drinker. I want to keep my artifact count really high. But this deck looks okay. But we'll see. Actually, let's bring these all back in. I always do this. Alright, what do I want to do? This can be replaced by a mountain. Do I have any other spell lands? I thought maybe I did. We need to cut 6 cards here. Okay, and these are our spells. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and with only 8 swamps, I think... I already have lots of ways to kill little things. So I just don't need that Consuming Corruption in my deck. And now we gotta cut 5 cards. Alright, we can cut Dream Drinker Vampire. All the Scurrilous Sentries. I'm gonna try the Grim Servant. Our artifact count is pretty nice. It's at 11. That's really good. And our removal suite is awesome. With triple Transmogrant, I mean, even Lethal Throwdown seems very good. I can sack a creature or a modified creature. Is an equipped creature a modified creature? I think it is, right? In which case, that's quite nice with this. But just kill everything. 17 creatures. I can probably cut one of these creatures and call it a day. So I think I'm looking at, like, it's certainly not Pinnacle Monk, so it's probably like Skoa. Yeah, I have enough removal. Let's cut the Skoa. This lets us curve out, keep our artifact count really high. Let's give it a whirl. All right, now before round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate all of your support. Honestly, without all of you, doing this on a regular basis would be much more difficult. So thank you once again to all the patrons. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, along with monthly videos that I make for the Patreon only. I also do a monthly stream, so lots of different benefits depending on the tier. Check it out. What are my thoughts on this deck? TBD. All right, I guess I have to play the Pinnacle Monk here. Ugh. That's not what I want to see when I have a Cursed Marauder in my hand. The Marauder is good, but there are obviously matchups where it's not so good, and the Transmogrant certainly is one of them. Fanatic of Ronus, whew! That's a nice little start there. All right, well, we got a Charge Bug. That's all we got. And the problem is, like, when they eternalize, this gets even stronger. I mean, Fanatic of Ronus is a really good card. Scurrilous Sentry, okay. I mean, they discarded a good card at least. Oh, it's another target creature? I thought I can pump this one itself. Interesting. Okay. This is a type of matchup where, like, I'm just trying to get damage in as much as I can. That is an expanding ooze. Okay. My mana is very, very awkward, I will say. Like, I have the one red. All right. Certainly not the most impressive start here from our side. Okay. So they get to make a 5/5? Sure. Oh, and then they get the mana from that, and they hit Malevolent Rumble. Oh, and Evolution Witness. Whew. Yeah, this is not a particularly good matchup for us. They should probably main phase this. Yeah, they're playing rock solid Magic right now. Rock solid. Draw a land, maybe? Nope. Well, we tried, but we didn't quite get there. Oh yeah, this is our opponent is giving it to us good. Like, we are just completely dead. It's not a good attack. Stop trying to attack. So I need to discharge this. Hopefully draw a mountain. Okay. And then we can Fang the Flames that. And then we can... How many... we have 3, okay. 13 life. Horrific Assault. Galvanic Discharge. That was really big. Hopefully they don't have a trick. Whew. That was big. The thing is, I'm still probably dead because they have this Dread Mask that they can move around, but it's better than nothing, is all I'm going to say. They have 1 card left. And we have this Wormcoil Larva, which at least does a pretty good job of trading with the Dread Mask, which we're absolutely going to do, and they can just move it around, obviously. Ouch. We get another Death Touch creature here. Oh, and then we get two triggers. Look at that. Look at us go off. Okay. But they have a 7/7 Transmogrant. Okay, let's play the 1-mana Refurbish Familiar. It was just a land. I am at 13 life. If I play the Accursed Marauder, they're just going to sacrifice Fanatic of Ronus. Do I attack with the Smelted Charge Bug? I think yes. Because I can still block this with the Death Touch creature. And I need to also just put pressure myself. Alright, good, good. I'm at 13 life. I can do this for 3. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. I go to 10. Okay. Where'd my Wither and Bloom go? Or not my Wither and Bloom. Where'd my... Oh, man. Okay. Shoot. How do I kill something big? There's also Cranial Ram, which can potentially just kill my opponent. Do I want to do that? It hits them for 2 as well. We'll see. All right. That's the land. If I draw a land here, I think this is just lethal. Does this get reach? Okay. I was like, if Colossal Dreadmask gets reach, I'm going to be very upset. That comes into play tapped. Why would you do that? Okay, okay, okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on. So if I move this here, that's 5. Yeah. Whew! Man, that game, I did not think I was going to win. I just feel like that happens a lot. I just feel like my opponents always have good starts and I'm on the back foot, and then we just like figure out a way to just not die. And the key moment there, because I thought I was so far behind, the key moment there was when they used the Horrific Assault and I had the Galvanic Discharge. If it wasn't for that, I lose that game. 100%. All right, opponent on the play here. I will keep this. All these sacrifice cards, I need to draw my my Transmogrant, or else like they get a lot worse. Although Cranial Ram is also not bad with these cards. So Malevolent Rumble, Etch Slith, not ideal in a green-black deck in my opinion, but perfectly fine cards to get back there. Just always just like, probably just like the best thing you can do on turn 2, honestly. Malevolent Rumble. I guess Nightshade Dryad's also quite good. Let me read this card again. When this deals combat damage, put a ++. Then when you do, you may remove a counter from another target, permanent or... Okay, sure. I don't think that matters very much. Beat downs. Couple of good options next turn. We'll see what depends on what they play. So there's Sultai? Okay. Sultai Eldrazi Etch Slith .deck. Refurbish Familiar, okay. Alright, we drew a Wither and Bloom, which is quite good. Let's play Charge Bug. Look at that energy. All right. We still have Lethal Throwdown. What is this? Sacrifice 2 Eldrazi, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. It's got Annihilator. Okay, so I certainly need to kill that one. I just don't know what I want to sacrifice. It's probably the Ram, because I just like having creatures in play. Oh, I have to sacrifice a creature. Well, that certainly changes things. Yeah, that feels a lot worse. Land? Whew, nice. Got some value back at least. Like, even if they kill the Lelia, you know, it drew me a card, so I can't be overly upset about it. There's the Wither and Bloom. And I can get a 2-drop with this, I believe. Right? So I think I'm just going to play it and just get, like, another Ram. But, like, all that pausing makes me think they have, like, a counterspell. So I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about this, but yeah, I'm just going to take another Ram. But because of that delay, I'm just going to do this instead. Wait, why is it a 4/4? Oh! I thought this was cranial plating. I didn't realize it gave you an extra toughness. Man, cranial ram's good. Very, very good. Alright, so how are they going to deal with a 4/4 that's in play and a menace creature that's a 3/2 when I have a cranial plating in my hand? Right? So, like, somehow they need to answer both of these creatures. Eldrazi would kind of do it. But if they play an Eldrazi, they don't kill my creature, and then I can play, like, Cranial Ram, get him down to 2, and then they have to do some chumping. Also, I can move this over. I can Wither and Bloom. I have a lot of options here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Breathe Your Last is fine, but yeah, so a little bit of a clunky draw, I guess, from my opponent. And we got it done. Cranial Ram is a good card. 2-0. Rakdos. Just every flavor of black. Black, green, black, blue, black, red. Tomorrow, black, white. Alright, on the play here, I'm going to keep this. 2 Swamps, a Mountain, Lelia, double Wither and Bloom. That's funny. Well, I didn't want the Lethal Throwdown, I guess, so there you go. Let's hope they don't kill the Lelia, because we're kind of... That's our, like, entire game plan here. I mean, look, my hand was double Wither and Bloom, and they played an 0-4. It's not like... Like, I wanted to kill their 2-drop into Lelia. That would have been nice, right? Yeah, so now it's just like, it's all... A land would be good. I guess we'll just play it anyways. Slow down their mana development. Ooh, I actually thought about something. Well, it's fine. But if I drew a 4th land, I could have gone a Cursed Marauder and then cast Eviscerator's Insight as well. But the way that I look at it is, I'm going to Grim Servant for a Retrofitter Transmogrant, and then I can sack that. Path of Annihilation, okay, we're dead. We just straight up lose. Straight up dead. And look at this. This is a joke. We drew our 5-drop. Don't fail me, rakdos deck. Please don't fail me. I mean, right now you're doing a really good job of failing me, but like, I'm just hoping that we can end this on good terms. I mean, this is kind of the issue, though, when you play a deck with a bunch of, like, little creature removal, and then your opponent just plays only 4/4s. Not ideal, I'm just gonna say. Okay. I mean, they have access to 4, 5, 6, 7. They have access to 9 mana. They're playing an Eldrazi deck, and I have access to 3. Like, in what world can I win this game? You know what I mean? If they give this trample, they give it trample, but whatever. Yeah. Oh, you have a counterspell? Alright. All good. Sometimes you're going to lose to explosive Eldrazi draws. Like, the way that you can... The only way that, like, I can punish those players is, like, I need a smooth draw and I need to answer everything. And Path of Annihilation is one of the best uncommons in that deck. And if they get the ball rolling, it's really hard for me to come from behind. Right? Like, Rakdos is not good at that. Alright, on the play here, 2 lands, Snap Keep. We have 3 2-mana plays. A Refurbished Familiar and Wormcoil Larva for the late game. But even the Refurbished Familiar, we can play for like 2 mana. If they don't kill either of our artifacts. We are playing 17 lands, so just a couple lands here would be nice. There we go. Swamp off the top. Do I want to kill Nightshade Dryad? And if so, with what? Maybe it's with the Lethal Throwdown. I get to draw a card off of this too. And this is still cheap. Like, I just want to try to get to land number 4, you know what I mean? So this is what we would have drawn next turn. So now if I draw land number 4, I'll be very happy. Because I can go like Wither and Bloom plus Refurbished Familiar. Like, there's just a lot of different things I can do. Boom. There you go. So yes, very, very happy about how this is going. Don't need to play out the Servant just yet. 2 mana, 2/1 flying Hectize. Is that good? That's very good. Alright. 4/4 Menace Creature getting in. With a 2/1 flyer and a Wither and Bloom in hand. I also have Grim Servant to find like a removal spell, so this is looking pretty nice. I guess they could have like a Lethal Throwdown on the Charge Bug. If I draw a land, probably just running out the Wormcoil Larva. Breathe Your Last, sure. Hit me for 2. Because they can't block. Yep. And we did not draw land. So I can get a 3-drop here. Ramming Speed. Okay, Ramming Speed. We're just getting a creature that's like a 2... I mean, we're literally searching for a 2-mana 4/1, right? That I can move around. So I feel like that's worth it. Okay, they have 2 cards in hand. Whoa. So they can get back Nightshade Dryad, I guess? Sack the 1/1. That's not bad. Okay, how do I want to do this? I can play like both of these. Eat everything. Eat everything. Wow, we're actually... this apprentice is doing actually a good job of draining me out here. But I have a giant refurbished familiar in the air. And I have a Grim Servant. I have a Cranial Ram, which represents a lethal attack. So it really comes down to what the last card in my opponent's hand is, right? Like the Nightmare doesn't do much. I don't think. Yeah, the Nightmare doesn't do much, so it really comes down to the last card. Okay. Like, they have to sack the Apprentice to get the Nightshade Dryad, and then, like, sack the Dryad to get the Apprentice. You know what I mean? It's just, you're spinning your wheels, if you will. I guess they can get the 4/4 back. That's also a thing. Okay, Dream Drinker Vampire. I imagine you're going to want to use the Night... They're just dead to my Flyer plus Ram, though. Because this doesn't have reach. Sure. So I'll have 4 artifacts in play, so +4, +0. This could be a 9-powered Flyer. It's a whole lot of wheel spinning over there. Nice, you knew about it. GG's. All right. We are back into double digits. Happy about that, and sitting at 3-1 with... That was a really solid draw. Really solid draw on our part. Let's keep going. All right, opponent on the play. This hand... It's got the Ram, right? We have a Swamp, a Mountain, Transmogrant, Cranial Ram, Insight to draw some cards, so it's fine. Then we drew Wither and Bloom. So turn 2, I'm going to go Ram. And then turn 3, if I don't draw a land, I will fire off the Eviscerator's Insight, sacrificing the Transmogrant. Our opponent is on Eldrazi. Hopefully they're on like a really awkward slow hand. Just a natural swamp next turn would be amazing. I would appreciate just a natural swamp. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. I asked for it, and then now I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I believe it's Wither and Bloom. Yeah. Play another Transmogrant. Smack for 4. I guess I'll take a Mountain, or... Mountain wouldn't be bad. I could go Molten Gatekeeper plus Galvanic Discharge. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do now. I could just play Gatekeeper and attack with the Cranial Ram. Or I can just attack with Cranial Ram. Let's push damage. Chrysalis down. Hey, I mean, we got, like, I like how I 2-for-1 myself, almost. And I feel like I'm okay with that. That's how powerful that card is. Alright, we still have some action here. Cranial Ram is still extremely powerful here, especially on the retrofitted transmogrants. Let's see what they do. Oh, gosh. Their deck is certainly quite strong. I would be a little bit surprised if they just take all of it, but I guess it depends on their hand, and they can also gain a bunch of life, so... Yep. That makes a lot of sense. And then I'm going to do this to try to find more things to do. Or even just play a land. Okay. There's the Pinnacle Monk, but I'm going to hold off on that, just because, like, if I draw a land, playing it to get back a removal spell seems really strong. Like, playing that to get back Galvanic Discharge is really good. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. What you got? It's a Drown Yard Lurker. Okay. They gained a bunch of life, but we do get to Lethal Throwdown here. I get to draw a card off of this too, which is very nice. Charge Bug. Alright. We get to attack for 4, or 5 rather. Just grinding away. Grinding away. They might take this one. I feel like they're gonna take this one. Nope. Okay, so now we have Wither and Bloom. We have Pinnacle Monk, and then if I draw an untapped land, I can use that to get back Lethal Throwdown. I also have Wither and Bloom. Like, I have a lot of options to do. Like, I have infinite things to do with my mana. If I draw, like, even if I draw a land, I can even get back the Transmogrant. If they kill the Gatekeeper, I don't really care. Do I want that on top? Probably not. That's not the type of creature you want to draw, you know, once you've played everything else. Snapping Voidcraw, sure. Wow. Another Cranial Ram. What does this do? Draw a card? I'm thinking here. It's really close. Like, do I just play Pinnacle Monk and kill the Voidcraw? But then what if they play something big? Like, am I okay letting them draw an extra card next turn? I mean, this does have Menace. Let's go for it. The way that I look at this is even if they play something big, I can move the other Cranial Ram over. Right? And I have a retrofitted Transmogrant, so if I don't draw a land next turn, I can still put a Transmogrant into play, which pumps both of my creatures as well. And I have a Wither and Bloom, which I can also use to put a +1/+1 counter on something. So, I mean, I'm hoping that they just whiff. That would obviously be great. But even if they don't, I still feel like we have plays. Oh my gosh. Unfathomable Truths is about as good as it gets. There's a land. What you got? Wumpus Aberration. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, so I put this into play. I gotta think. Oh, I should have... what doesn't matter. So, I mean, they're going to block with either the 0-1 or the 6-6 here. Okay. That is fine. Okay, that is also fine. Play a land. We'll pass, because I'm just going to return the Transmogrant end of turn. If they have a removal spell, we can also Eviscerator's Insight. Glimpse, okay. Oh, 3 lands? That's so good for us. Oh, that's so unlucky for them. Oh, wow, that's a lot of lands. I mean, this does give them, like, infinite chump blockers, so it's not like I feel good about this. Okay, Malevolent Rumble. Wow, never mind. I don't feel bad for my opponent at all. They have Breaker of Creation or Null Drifter, and they will be able to play one of those. So we need to put maximum pressure on our opponent. Wow, they really drew out of this. That Unfathomable Truth was so clutch. Their deck looks sweet, for sure. Let's fight through it. So they don't have the... Oh, they do have the mana for it, right? No, they don't. I mean, the problem is when they play this thing, they're going to gain infinite life. That is, in fact, the problem. I have 7 mana. I have... These are for 4, so I can turn this into a 5. How do I move this thing? They lose all their spawns. I guess they don't lose all their spawns. Here's my question. So, given this, I can just Fanged Flames this and finish it off. Maybe that's ideal? All right. I mean, certainly they're going to play the Breaker here and gain a gazillion life. Like, actually a gazillion life. All right. 13 life. How is that even fair? How is that even fair? They might just take it all, honestly. Now that they're at 23 life. All right. The thing is, they can't really afford to attack me with this either, right? I'm just maximizing damage here. Alright. Alright, so the life totals are 17 to 17. I actually have a lethal attack if they draw nothing. And if they attack me for 8, it's still not a 2-turn clock. I also have Wither and Bloom and Eviscerator's Insight. And if they attack me, I can just sacrifice 2 lands. The little scrappy rakdos deck here. So, do they have a card draw effect? Oh, I should have sacked this, I guess. Whatever. Path of Annihilation. Okay, so that just gives them more blockers. Okay. They take 13. I'm at 9. They're at 4 life. What you got? 9 to 4. 9 to 4. I can sack a Transmogrant and a Swamp here. Okay. Whoo! Yes. Good game. We defeated the Eldrazi Menace. Their deck was insane, by the way. I think they got kind of unlucky. Like, they had double Path of Annihilation. Path of Annihilation is a really tough card for me to beat. And, yeah, I don't know. I just feel kind of fortunate to be able to win that one. I mean, the thing is, they did get to do all their things and I still won. So, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't luck. Who knows? All right, on the play here, we have all 2 drops and 2 lands. I'm going to keep this. Obviously, things can go very poorly here. I am fully aware. All right, Nyxborn Unicorn. Ooh. Look at them. They want to beat... They want to trade. Oh. Okay. Fair enough. I gotta think. I'm not gonna use my removal yet. Actually, do I even need to... No, I'll just pass. My thing has Menace. Okay. So yeah, I can just give, like... They have 5 cards in hand. Oh. God, using both of these for this feels so bad. Although it's probably correct. Whatever. I have way too much energy. Let's maximize our damage here. Alright. Actually, I shouldn't have... Well, I don't know if they have a flash creature. Maybe I should have given the other Chargebug Menace. But that was fairly straightforward. A very, very aggressive Rakdos beatdown hand, and my opponent got stuck on just white mana, unfortunately. Alright, we are 5-1. Not sure that I would have expected this, but you know what? I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Alright, on the play here, we have a bunch of removal and 3 lands. I mean, our deck can kind of win later games too, so I will keep this hand. Mostly because I have the Spymaster's Vault and I want to play with it. Alright, so we have Wither and Bloom, Breathe Your Last, Fang Flames, and Grim Servant. Okay. Let's kill you. Chargebug, let's play you. Eviscerator's Insight, huh? They're keeping up 3 mana, though, so I kind of don't want to play this, you know? So how many counter spells do you think? Just like give me a number. How many counter spells are my opponent is in my opponent's hand right now? Wait, they're just going to the face? Okay. Alright, so that's a 4/4. Fanged Flames is probably what I want to do here. And I will play my flyer. Alright, they pitched an island. 4 cards in hand. We still have a gazillion removal spells. Ooh, that's a good one. Rel and the Implicit Maze. Okay. Alright. I think I'm just going to play this. And I'm just going to use it to go get a retrofitter thing. Like, we still have 3 removal spells, and it looks like they're like a blue-red control deck, so I bet even a Transmogrant's kind of annoying, and it works pretty well with the Eviscerator's Insight. Maybe they just don't have a counterspell, and they just kept, like, the worst hand of all time. I guess I'm willing to believe that, to some degree. Discarded... Glimpse the Impossible in blue-red energy? Okay, well, there's Amped Raptor. That's a legit card. They are definitely playing that one. Furnace Hellkite. Woo! They passed? Okay. Alright, well. This is all very, very interesting. I don't know what to sacrifice, though. I'm just gonna sacrifice this. Do I want to connive? Let's use this, I think. Right? I mean, connive 2 seems pretty good. Let's discard Mountain, and... It's kind of interesting. If I discard Wither and Bloom, I can Cranial Ram equip. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, but my creature dies. Oh, maybe that's not ideal. Yeah, maybe that wasn't good. Whatever. Let's just do this instead. I mean, it's still not bad by any means. It's still not bad. Like, I have a big 5/4. I have the Ram. I got in for 1 extra point of damage. I feel like this is certainly a game where every point matters. But we are heavy on lands, for sure. Bespoke Battle Wagon. Okay, so now they have 2 energy. Into Amped Raptor. Okay. Wait. Oh, they have to cast it from their hand. I see. I see. What is the crew cost on this? 4? Eviscerator's Insight on the Germ seems okay. I also have Pinnacle Monk, which I can use to get something back. I mean, maybe I just move the Ram over. They could have tapped, but they didn't. 1 card in hand for the opponent. They can double block. Okay. Okay. Let's get Breathe Your Last back. All right, that was good. That was certainly good. They're drawing a card, so that's potentially Desperation Mode here. This is a 2/2 Prowess. I have a Breathe Your Last and an Investigator's Insight and a lethal board here, but they do have 3 cards in hand, and good game! All right, well, it looked like they had an okay blue-red control shell, but they kind of couldn't find enough action there, and our deck just, like, good synergy. I mean, this format, so much of it is about synergy, and even within the color pairs, making sure that your deck works within the whatever archetype that color combination is trying to do, right? So, for example, Dream Drinker Vampire in black-red doesn't do anything, right? But if it's an artifact, you want it. If you want sacrifice effects, you want that. That's kind of what you want to lean into. And for example, yesterday I was doing the graveyard stuff, or the day before that I was doing the draw 3 card stuff. So just like keep that in mind when you settle into an archetype. Just like lean into the keywords of what your archetype's trying to do, and you'll have a lot more success. All right, we got a shot at a trophy here. 6 wins, 1 loss, maybe 2 losses. I don't remember. But we are ranked 47. Okay, on the play here. Oh my gosh, this is a nice hand. Now, no interaction, but we got a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and a 3-drop. Oh my god, I can even go... Ooh, that's actually really interesting. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just going to play the Ram. Just going to chill out here, play the Ram. I don't need to play this turn 3. It's not cube draft. You don't have to play it right away. Your opponents, if they have removal, they're going to fire it off. You know what I mean? Wow, what a hand. What the hell is this? This is an absurd start, by the way. They're gonna block. But that's the nice thing. Like, they have something left over in the energy, but I still have a Cranial Ram. That whenever I move this, it's +4/+0. What if I hit, like, a Swamp off the Lelia? That would just be ridiculously insane. Okay, so now, given this, I do not want to play Lelia. I'm going to move this here. I'm going to play this. I see. Sure. Trading my Razor retrofitted Transmogrant for that is totally fine. Although they should have countered my 1-drop. I actually messed that up. Yeah, I didn't think about the Hope Ender Coatl. But good thing I didn't play out the Lelia. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. The Ram is an absolute beating. I still... I just feel like they have a way to kill something with the Ram. Wait, is this still my main phase? Why would... Okay. I think they timed that wrong. They needed to do that in my combat step. Tune to narrative? Okay, that's desperation time. What can they do? 4 mana. Cyclops Superconductor. Oh my gosh. Wither and Bloom is like literally the perfect answer to this. Because it has no power when I give it -3/-3. They're going to use it, but yeah. All right. And there you have it. 3 trophies in a row. all with different flavors of black decks, and we are now ranked 35. By the way, it was not long ago where we were ranked like 400. And, you know, we have clawed back in Modern Horizons 3. This was an interesting draft for sure. We kind of like knew we were black and we were trying to figure out what our second color was going to be. And what you really need to be mindful of are like the cards that you see on the wheel and the signpost cards. We got the late Cranial Ram, right? We saw a late Galvanic Discharge and we're like, okay, well, I guess maybe we're going to be black-red, but I wasn't sure. So then I took the Area Auxiliary just in case white was also available. And ultimately, I ended up going black-red because we saw 2 Cranial Rams after pack number 1. And then this card, it was just absolutely incredible in this deck. It was just amazing. Cranial Ram just giving you just so much reach, turning all your weak little creatures into relevant threats in the late game. Good on evasive cards like the Charge Bug. Good on, of course, the Refurbished Familiar. This deck just played out beautifully. And, you know, just happy to just continue racking up the trophies here. Excellent interaction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 removal spells. Fantastic mana curve. Look at this. 2.3, right? But we used our mana every single turn. Absolutely loved the way that this deck played out. And even the Grim Servant gave us a lot of value, especially because we have 1-drops to search for in this deck as well. And by the way, worst case scenario, you can still just get a land, right? So all in all, very, very happy with how this deck played out. That's 3 trophies in a row. Let's make it number 4. And maybe, you know, we weren't able to hit rank 1 in Duskmourn, but maybe we can do it in Modern Horizons 3. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Once again, shout out to all of the patrons. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy booster boxes of sealed product, it could be Magic the Gathering or any other TCG, or you wanted some singles for your collection or for your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are the place to go to for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.